Hello, and welcome to Kelly's Anesthesia Tips. Today I want to talk about anesthesia meetings and ways you can get educated if you're new to the field of anesthesia or if you've been in the field for a long time. Now on my website I do have two sites, but why I like to point it out is you have to go to a More tab to get to the ones that I don't do speaking at. So if there's a speaking engagement that I have, then you can find that on the first tab and then hyperlink over to those meetings. If it's one that I know of that has anything to do with anesthesia or pain management, and I include pain management because some of the anesthesia meetings or updates do include pain management. For example, ACEs is in both an update for anesthesia and pain management. Then you'll find that by clicking on the More tab. So my tips for anesthesia meetings. The first one is make sure you understand what the meeting is and that it's the one you mean to attend. My very first meeting in anesthesia was 1996, and I went to a practice management with my anesthesiologist. Loved the meeting, but it was mainly doctors. But at that meeting, they talked about an administrators meeting, and that was through MGMA. It was the Anesthesia Administrators Assembly, and I'm sorry to say they don't meet anymore, but for 19 years I went to that meeting. My first one was in 1997 in Boston, and I actually met one of my subscribers on there. Hello, Laura. And the next meeting, the next year when I wanted to go to that meeting, I accidentally went to the practice management again. That was the physicians. And it wasn't as oriented toward the information that I was looking for, which was coding, billing, anesthesia administrative side. It was geared more towards doctors. But that was my first experience with meeting confusion. And as it is, we only have, a few anesthesia meetings to choose from. So just make sure you're going to the one that you mean to go to. And how do you do that? You go over and you look at the agenda. So I do have one coming up tonight, actually. You do have to pre-register for it. Sometimes you might find that they run out of room, so you want to get into it as quickly as you can. And you may also find that they limit the number and give people who are in their chapter first choice, which is understandable. The second one is I've gone to this meeting, which is the next virtual large meeting that we have. And I've gone ahead and opened that because just this morning I updated the website to show that it is a virtual meeting. Okay, so now you know where to look for the meetings, to look at the agenda to make sure that it's the information that you want. I've never been to an anesthesia meeting where I didn't learn something either from the speakers, the questions that were asked during the session, etc. So that is the one thing that I miss about the live meetings. Virtual is wonderful because you can do it from home, but there's pluses and minuses with everything. I do want to give you a heads up that I am hoping to have a special guest before too long. Watch for it on my channel. And as I said, give me feedback. Let me know what it is you would like to hear or see, or if I have anybody else who wants to special guest on here. I'm going to try to see how that works. But I have faith. To wrap it up, just a reminder to everyone to be kind to one another and generous with your knowledge. Thank you, and subscribe if you want to see the new content.